Talk about Turbo token. If you go back on my channel, you look at previous videos I made on Turbo, probably made like 20 plus, 25 plus videos on Turbo token. It's having a nice little run here over the last 48 hours or so. It is back up to the 002 range, which obviously is good to see. We're seeing trading volume up 50% to 64 million. Still $140 million market cap currently. We look at the last month for Turbo. Obviously, market conditions deeply suppressing this coin. I think it bottomed out here, the 0015 range, and again testing here this type of support, and again a nice pickup back in price here to the 002 range. We look at the last year for Turbo. Again, last year has fallen quite a bit. Was back in December 0.013 at that time, all-time high. And if you look how Turbo performed over the last year, look at this chart and you compare it to Ethereum over the last year, the charts do look very similar. Now, obviously, Turbo is sitting on top of Ethereum, right? It's Ethereum-based meme coin, so obviously it's going to move as Ethereum moves. And again, we are in a deep suppression of Ethereum. Again, I've been talking about for a while. I do believe Ethereum at some point is going to, we're seeing whales, a ton of financial institutions, BlackRock, etc., continuing to buy Ethereum. Again, the Ethereum is going to recover, right? And if Ethereum can get back to that price range, Turbo will easily get back to its all-time high of around. I've been talking about it for a while. We need Ethereum to get back to levels for Turbo to pump. But all that's happened, right, since Turbo essentially has reached its all-time high, right? We saw Coinbase list Turbo, right, when market conditions weren't the greatest. It did affect the price positively, obviously not as much as people had hoped. But Turbo continues to grow, continues to innovate, right? We look at the holder count for Turbo token, which has only, in my opinion, continued to get bigger and bigger. We're sitting now at 53,000 holders, which is quite a bit for a meme coin, sitting under a $200 million market cap. I wanted to share a couple tweets here. I will put links to these tweets in the description below. Shout out to BILATOPCU1 on Twitter. Hey, Robinhood app, I don't think I forgot you. Turbo doesn't forget, right? Robinhood listing for Turbo would obviously be very, very bullish. I think that's the next big catalyst for Turbo token. Turbo, I think, is one of 8 meme coins that's listed both on Binance and Coinbase. So again, I think Robinhood listing is definitely inevitable for Turbo token. This tweet here as well. Again, shout out to _crypto_reaper. Turbo hit an all-time low in whale holders back in June of 24, which is less than a year ago. Since then, whale holders have picked back up big time with steady trend up. Here is the trend up in whale holders, the number of whales essentially holding Turbo token. Now, if you go online, go on Twitter, $TURBO Turbo, you can see the total and complete bullish sentiment that so many people have. I mean, 54,000 holders for Turbo in a downward market is holding strong. Whales continue to accumulate. I think all point to signs if Ethereum can, get back to the 3,000 plus price range level, which again hasn't been at 3,000 since basically the beginning of the year, we will see Turbo recover tremendously. Talking about price predictions for Turbo, again, I still think 5 to 10 cents conservatively for Turbo token this cycle. Again, at a market cap of just 3 billion, Turbo would be around 4 cents, 21x from the time of this video, and Pepe's all-time high, which is around 11 billion, would be 16 cents for Turbo token, which obviously is like an 80x from these levels, which would just be absolutely massive. I think a ton of people will make a ton of money here on Turbo token. Again, not financial advice. Just wanted to kind of reiterate my bullish stance. Still holding Turbo, have not sold any Turbo, still very, very bullish on Turbo token. My most bullish meme coin play this cycle. Please drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and as always, have a great day.